Hello and welcome to my channel. For those of you that have newly subscribed, welcome. And for those of you that continue to follow me, thank you and welcome again so very much. You guys are awesome. And I've reached out, you all have reached out to me, showing us so much love and kindness, and it's really empowering me to keep going with my gift and my own journey. So that's what we're supposed to do for each other, I think, is just, help each other stay on track and offer words of encouragement because we deserve that. So before I get started, I'm going to just get started with the title of it being, Am I a Twin Flame? So for several days now, they've been guiding me to post this picture. If you look on the right, there's a statue, and that's in my bedroom on top of my TV stand. I was guided to get that from an antique store. I love to go antique shopping. Sometimes I just walk around and I just like antiques and looking at them and buying them, obviously. So I bought this before I knew I was a twin flame. And one day I was looking up just twin flame art images on Google. And when I saw this with the two matches, I instantly got like intuitive hit around my third eye. And so they're telling me, yeah, that's, we're giving you another confirmation that, that is what you are. And, it's another sign. So many of you, like myself, have gotten many signs that you are. So I've been guided to do this video because they're saying that some of you, I wouldn't say ignore the signs, but maybe you're just not in the vibration of catching on to the fact that that's a sign. So this is just one of the most recent examples that they've sent me. And, even though if you know that you are one and you've gotten signs in the past, they still may do this to kind of say, hey, you're on track, and yes, this is what you are. So like I said, I came across that picture sometime after, I came across the picture of the two matches recently because I was looking up twin flame images, but I've had the sculpture for some time now. So they're telling me, well, that's what that is, and we're confirming and so forth and so on. So let me just back up and talk about people ask. I've had, a few people ask me if they're a twin flame or not. I don't confirm that for people. I don't feel that I'm gifted in that way. And I know some people have reached out to psychics and readers, mediums, whatever, to confirm that. And then there's some people that believe, hey, if you discovered the term on your own because of what you were going through with your divine counterpart, then you very well could be one, because that's how your soul goes about on its discovery. And then they're saying that there are a few that are not, but how you research relationship issues and you just kind of come across different theories online, or I don't know, different concepts, and so you kind of create what you've gone through in your relationship around the twin flame journey. So like I said, I'm not going to sit and tell someone if they are or not. If you feel strongly that you are, and despite what anyone says, then that's your journey. Is everyone a twin flame? No, I've said that before. But like I said, the divine team wants you to be on a path of developing your spirituality more, and they want to bring abundance in your life and all those good things that you deserve. So as far as There is a reader that I have went to in the past. Actually, I consider her to be a friend, but she is very gifted in doing quantum healing touch. And she also does an exercise where she confirms whether you're a twin flame or not. Now, she audibly hears the angels and God and Jesus talking to her. Like, she can, almost like when they say a voice and you hear like actually speaking, she can hear them. And my gift is not, I don't have that, and I'm not psychic, but she's very strong in that gift. And so there's an exercise that she does, and I don't explain the exercise because if you all were to reach out to her, you're not supposed to have any conscious knowing about the exercise because it could affect, the confirmation of it. So you're supposed to be kind of like caught off guard, and she's going to ask you to do a certain thing. And if you do it, then you're probably a twin flame. So, her YouTube channel is Angelic Therapy and Healing. Her name's Nicole. And if you find her on YouTube, she gets booked up quite frequently. But, and if that's something you interested in, then feel free to contact her and see if you can get a session with her. Now, they want me to go on and say that, even though I don't confirm it, there are some core things I know that twin flames do not do. And there's also some core things that, it's known that that's not a twin flame relationship. And I think I mentioned it in a video where I said if your twin is being abusive, if they are, anything abusive as far as physical is no. That's a cutoff. Verbal abuse, deceit. One thing I do know about twin flames, they can't lie to each other. They would avoid each other first before they tell a lie to each other. So that might be why many of you have experienced with your twin that if you want answers about certain things, or let's say you were in that phase where you are communicating, if they either aren't ready to open up with you about it, or if it's something that they feel might hurt you, they'd rather avoid you than to come out and tell the truth. And I know some people may think that's kind of cowardly or whatever, but it's a good intention behind it. But energetically, they can't do it. It's like lying to yourself because it's your other soul split. So, they just have difficulties doing it, or they just cannot do that. And that's ring very true for me. Other things. So for me and my experience and my journey, they sent me a lot of signs of the same of things. So for instance, I would, I was playing with my son one day and I asked him to go get a certain toy. There's a toy that he likes, and actually it was a Wendy's toy. And I think they were doing cars or something one time, like, little toy cars. But anyway, when my son came downstairs, he had two of the same cars. And he said, I have two of the same. He said, so you can have one, I'll have one. And it instantly, I just paused, and I got this intuitive knowing that, okay, here's another sign for you. Another one is I was coming down my steps, and there's a landing on my steps, and there's a big bay window in my foyer. And I looked out in the yard in the middle of the night, and there were two identical baby rabbits in my yard, just side by side, just hopping around my mailbox. And so when I opened the door, they took off, of course. They kind of hopped away together. So for me, for my signs, they do send a lot of the same. They duplicate things for me. Things of that nature. So that's why they wanted me to show this this sculpture I bought with the matches and the flame. So, you guys maybe kind of pay attention and take in. For those of you that maybe you've gotten signs in the beginning and it's kind of withered a little bit. If you want more of that confirmation, just ask them. But sometimes it's not instant. Like it takes, and they kind of like, I'm hearing, we like catching you guys off guard sometimes, but that's part of it, where you just get caught off guard and you're in the vibration of receiving it. Then they'll give you a sign that you are. So the energy for me right now has been very, very strong from this last full moon, which was in Gemini, which is in my sign. And my twin is a Sagittarius, which is my polar opposite. So we energetically, I've been going through a lot of push-pull with him. He did contact me last week, and I kind of pulled back this time. And not really wanting to per se, but they're letting me know I'm seeing a solar system in my mind's eye. So they're telling me, the energy is making you guys do this as well as myself, or you may feel that kind of shifty seesaw feeling, and it's really strong for me. So I had to wait and to do another video because of that reason, and because of where my sign is in that full moon. Also, my twin's birthday was a few days ago, so okay. But yeah, let me think of another sign for me, and maybe you all are experiencing this. I actually had a subscriber reach out to me and say that she does experience the ringing in the ears as well. So that's another strong one for me. When I know when he is thinking of me or sensing something around me or trying to connect with me, because I get a really strong to subtle range of ringing in my right ear. And then in my left ear, my guides have told me that that's them. So I get this, and I've had my ears checked out. Being a nurse, I was like, oh, I don't know why I'm having tinnitus. I need to get it checked out. But yeah, it's them. They're like, no, it's nothing wrong with your ears, and it's us, and it's him. So so some of you are probably experiencing that, or sensations. I can truly tell you that when I do interact with my twin face to face, or when I have, there are moments where I've heard someone say that this is like a firing of neutrons, where you kind of like your soul is recognizing itself. So I would experience seeing like little glints of white in his eyes, like a flash. And they're telling me that's what that is. I also get a panicky attack feeling, like, okay, not really like overwhelming anxiety, but in the past when he and I were around each other, we can kind of make our souls stir. It's kind of weird. It's like, okay, have you ever been doing something and then somebody walks in on you and scares you, and that instant feeling you get throughout your chest? That's that feeling that we give each other. And it could be just a calm situation, or, but they're just confirming that that's the energy behind the connection, and the fact that your soul recognizes your other half of its soul, and it's firing neutrons in that way when it does that. So it's kind of freaky, but many of you who experienced that at our Twin Flames, you know what I'm talking about. And also the calming feeling, the feeling like you've known the person forever. You have a tendency to do things more quickly, as opposed to if you met a soulmate or a kindred spirit, or just met someone in a different type of relationship, like in your past relationships where you met someone and they you just didn't get those same types of connections and sensations. But with this, you do. So I'm just trying to, I guess, give you all a little insight on the energetic part of a twin flame relationship. So that could be another sign that you are in one or not in one. If you're in a relationship where you don't get any type of energetic anything necessarily. Of course, we're all human, and when we interact with people and have love for them, we do think of them. But from a twin flame standpoint, you cannot cut it off. So it's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him, and vice versa. But it's not in an obsessive way. And we all know what the obsessive part can be and what that looks like in an unhealthy way. So it's nothing like that. It's just an energetic thing that you just, once you all have activated each other and met in person, it's activated. So, and that's just the way it is. Of course, the numbers, huge synchronicities, the 11, 555s, 222s, a lot of that stuff you guys are going to be seeing. They also want me to give this quick message, and I'm going to do this and probably end this video. There are some, first of all, give yourselves credit, Divine Feminine, for hanging in there. Don't be so hard on yourselves. You all are doing the work that needs to be done. And if you're asking for help from God and the angels, they will kind of guide that and lead the way into that. So, but don't be so hard on yourself. Like if you haven't done certain things, or if things are not coming together as quickly as you want, or if you feel like you're not doing enough, don't be so hard on yourself, because we are trying to balance between our higher selves and our 3D selves, and it's not easy to do. And like I said, if you're awakened as a soul and on a journey for your soul, that is huge. I've said that many, many times. So give yourselves credit for that. But yeah, so this message is for the female divine feminines, the divine feminine energy, because I know some of that is in male, in a male body. There's divine feminine energy. One, don't be hard on yourself, but two, a lot of you are already in the zone of having released and surrendered, like myself. And what you're going to start experiencing is deja vu feelings. They're telling me feelings like I've done this before, or I'm on track in some way. It's like this feeling that you're like, okay, something's coming. I just don't know what exactly is coming. Some of you have had dreams of reunion, or some type of sign that your twin is coming back. Some of you have had the sensation of feeling like you have a ring on. There's no ring, of course, but you just every now and then feel like there's something there, like around your finger. They're also saying you may be getting sensing your twin a little more, and then all of a sudden it's pulled away again, and that may start to pick up. So what they're saying is that for those feminine that have been on that track and are balanced, they're just giving, your higher self knows that the union is coming. So there may be signs to confirm that. But what you have to do is still stay grounded and just kind of say, oh, okay, I know you all are letting me know that it's coming, or talk to your higher self and say, okay, you've confirmed that for me. But you want to just flow with it. You take it in, you say you're grateful for it, you thank them for that sign, and then you keep moving on about on your track, on your mission. Keep going with your self-love. Don't get so wound up in it where you use it and you're kind of like, oh, this means reunion's coming. Let me confirm this with another reader, or, let me call him and see where he's at in his mind. And maybe that can confirm things that I'm on the right track and that we're about to come together. Or let me see if he's moved back to this area, or, it is very easy to kind of be like, get wrapped up into that. But you gotta stay grounded and be thankful for the little signs and things that they're sending you to let you know that it is coming. And that is not to discourage. I'm just saying that for those divine feminine, not to discourage the ones that are not quite there yet. But they're also letting me know from an energetic standpoint. Now I'm seeing like waves in an ocean. as more unions come together, that energy trickles down to the next set and so forth and so on. And it actually may happen even quicker for you all in a different way. Also, one last thing, the reader that I suggested to you all about the twin flame confirming that, she, what did she mention to me? Oh, she said not to put God in a box. And that really resonated with me because, and I've been guilty of this, of having a certain expectation as to what reunion is going to look like or the circumstances around it. When, you guys, we could be selling ourselves way short. Like God may have something planned way beyond that. That's just going to knock our socks off. But because our thoughts are limiting and we're having a certain expectation as to what that looks like, you're kind of sending confusing energy to the universe and to God. And you still have to release and have faith and know that they will take care of that part. Okay? So I hope this was a little insightful for you all as far as signs and synchronicities. And, you know, for those of you that feel like you need more confirmation, then pray for receiving that. And for those of you that, you know that you aren't in a twin flame journey, you know, it doesn't mean that you are forgotten about and that you won't have that love that you deserve, because God knows your intent. He knows your higher self. The divine team knows. So just hold on to that, okay? Have fun and enjoy your holidays. If I'm guided, I'll do another video before Christmas or before the new year. So take care. Lots of blessings to you all. Love and light. Thank you.